Welcome to How Haven. I'm here to tell you how to get your vaccine for COVID-19 as quickly as possible. This is the KFF.org website. KFF stands for Kaiser Family Foundation. If you look at the date, it says February 22nd, 2021. I've done some searching around, and this is one of the most recent tables of information that provides vaccine priority population information. Let's scroll down just to see how it goes. If you go to this page, and the links will be down below, just above the comment section below this video. You'll have to scroll down in order to get to the left to right slider in order to see where the current phases are for any given state, all 50 states, in alphabetical order. I have not yet found a similar table that shows the level of stages for U.S. territories. So we'll go over this now, and if I find that later, I'll load that in another video in the future. The plan is to make subsequent movies as often as possible with up-to-date details about how to get your COVID-19 vaccine from each state and territory. So let's scroll. Each U.S. state and territory makes its own plan to determine when their citizens will be eligible. Every state or territory has a different approach on where to click for vaccination eligibility and how to get vaccinated. So please add comments to help me sort out what areas and how-tos are at the top of importance to you. Wyoming is the last. At any time in this video, feel free to pause it if you'd like to see something and document it for your future reference. I've also found another website, WSJ, which of course stands for the Wall Street Journal. Wall Street Journal. This is set up a little differently because it doesn't have a single table. It has a number of different articles, small articles about the different states. It has a preamble, which is just introductory text to give you a general idea of the flavor of what's going on. Then you can get down to the areas where you have the actual information about the states. Let me go back up a little bit and show you something that's also, a few things that are also important to note. In this article, which is dated February 23rd of this year, you can print it. You can increase the text if it's difficult to see at the current text. You can also listen to the entire article, as you see here. It's 39 minutes. You'll just need to press the play button. Another thing I've noticed here is it has a section where you can find your state's COVID-19 vaccine information, just like the one that I provided with you yesterday that we saw on the CDC. That was my first video. It may not be yesterday, but it was my first video. I've actually clicked on this and gone to my state, which is Connecticut. I've noticed that the page that it pulls up is different than the one that I've been directed to by my state. But tomorrow morning, just after midnight, will be March 1st. And on March 1st will be the first day that I'll be eligible in order to schedule an appointment for COVID-19. So I'm planning on doing that no less than 1 minute after midnight. And I'll make a video about that for you to see. So let's scroll down because there's a few things you should see about how this, what this website offers. For one thing, it offers a vaccine, U.S. vaccine tracker. This is only for the U.S. I've opened up a separate page just so we can get a quick glimpse on it. It has a lot of detailed information. They've crunched numbers in different ways. This particular update for graphics and other information is dated February 16th of this year, and it also has a 2-minute article to listen to just about this basic information. There's a wealth of other information, additional graphs. There's also this wonderful infomedia graphic that gives you an easy visual to show you what the different phases are and who qualifies for those phases. So in phase 1, it breaks it down into the 3 different phases. There's phase 2. And if you scroll down, you'll see that there's another location, an infomedia graphic that's pretty interactive because it has 3 different headlines: shots given, doses distributed, and doses used. But for now, let's go back to the last page that we were on. This is the page on the Wall Street Journal article that has the list of the different access points for each state, including a telephone number or hotline. It indicates a link, you can tell by the underlined text that's in blue, for information that's provided by the state. Now I'm going to scroll back down to Connecticut because I've read that information, and that's pertinent to where I live, which I'll be, as I said, I'll be taking care of that first thing, the crack of dawn. No, not the crack of dawn, 1 minute after midnight. It indicates there's a vaccine administration management system. And in this particular case, this article, this sub-article, indicates not only when the next phase will begin for ages 55 and 64 on March 1st, but this article also indicates the additional phases when they are scheduled to kick in. On March 22nd, the next phase is for ages 45 to 54. Educators and child care professionals will be eligible to be vaccinated in March at designated clinics on April 12th, and so on. Now, not every website is going to provide that information. I'm just going to slowly click. I haven't actually reviewed any of the additional information, but you can see at this particular point, this information that we're seeing here, these sub-articles does not provide the detailed information that Connecticut does. So keep that in mind. There's still some digging that has to be done. So while this article with the Wall Street Journal, I'm going to scroll all the way back up to the top. This article from the Wall Street Journal that's indicated on, that was written on February 23rd, does not have the same level of detail as far as the phases that the text does. I'll go back to that the text table does from KFF, which is Kaiser Family Foundation. You can go by the state and see the phase that the state is currently in on the table. So there's a combination of information here between these two sources, and these are the only sources that have this sort of nationwide information that I found after clicking on 2 separate Google pages. So I hope you can make good use of this. Please share this with your friends and family and neighbors. Let's all get this thing done. Let's do it. Please hit the like button below. The more likes are added, the more YouTube shares this video. It may save the life of someone special to you. Tap the red subscribe button on the lower right and the bell notification button to know when the next video is ready. Text and links for this video below, just above the comments section of this page. Thanks for visiting, and please come back soon.